Hello, welcome to Spy Money. Today is Thursday, November the 2nd, 2023, and we're going to discuss Apex. There's a lot of issues that we're going on today, and honestly, there's a lot of issues every day. And there's just ways that you can avoid a lot of your problems. I have 15 evaluation accounts here. I only did one trade today. Right here is the trade. I did it based on the Man of War strategy. I didn't even have PowerBot on there. All I had was the Man of War and my levels, my typical levels, looking through here. And I did one trade. So when we got our Man of War signal here, I was actually a little bit late getting into it. And I ended up doing three different, I did singles over here, 12, 12, 1. And I did one contract there, one there, one there. And I took profit right here. I had my take profit right there. I didn't do it on the stop. You can see it says target. Target means that I took profit based on the take profit limit. So that's what I ended up using. And the reason I did is because we have TP2 here. A lot of times it will run over, but honestly, I just want to get it there. And if you can see on this one bar, I'll make this bigger. This one bar right here, I had it right there, which is actually higher than I normally would. But usually on a TP target, it will usually pop through like it did here. But I actually got filled right there, and then it pulled back, opened here. Actually, I guess it opened, yeah, it opened, no, it actually opened right here. So it went up, hit it, and ended up opening down here and then popped back up. So either way, you would have got it. But I ended up taking this one trade, $175 per account. There's 15 accounts there. And I'm going to go ahead and buy some more today. I'm going to go ahead and get 5 more for my 20. And then I'm going to go ahead and buy 20 more as reserve. And what I'm going to do is, sometimes you have issues and they blow up. So I'm going to go and get 20 more, so I have a total of 40. And I'm going to trade those other 20 6 days. I'm going to go ahead and pass them and do 6 days and not trade the 7th. So if I ever blow any account in here, if we have rhythmic issues or whatever, and I blow one, then all I have to do is just make one micro trade on one more, and then it will pass, and then I'll still have my 20. So that's what I'm going to do. You don't have to do that. It's only going to cost you about $300 to buy 20 of them, so it's not bad. And then if you pass it, then you're going to have um, 20 of them ready to go. And as long as you don't trade that 7th day, then the only thing you have to do is just pay the monthly fee, which will be about $600 a month if you want. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but that's what I'm going to do. So what I do is my workspace, I have it set up to where I have my orders down here. I have my positions right here, and I have my accounts open here so I can see my unrealized. If I see anything at all in this column, then that means that I have a live order going. If I see it in right here, that's my positions tab. And so if there's anything in here, it will also be here. So that way we can see what it is. And if they're in here and you don't want to be in, you right click it and you click flatten everything. And by doing that, that will close everything. The problem is sometimes you will get one more bad fill. And like I wasn't in it, but a lot of people, even on the Facebook forums and so forth, were having issues about if you had your rhythmic turned on, your connection, it would just start taking orders. It was just real bad. Luckily, I was not available to trade at that time, so I wasn't involved on that. My understanding is Apex, Daryl, good guy. I think Daryl does a pretty good job, and I think for the most part, he has glitches, but if it's a glitch on his part, he seems to stand up and take responsibility and just reset the accounts back to where they were and let you trade. So you can't ask for much better than that. I think Daryl, I think he does his best to do a good job for Apex, his company. I think that there's just computer glitches. He's not completely in control of all of it. I think if he was in control of all of it, then it wouldn't happen because he seems like someone that's wanting to have a good thing going. Rhythmic is what he relies on, and also NinjaTrader. So there's three parties involved here. He is the one that's making the accounts, and then everything has to go through Rhythmic, which is notorious for having issues. And Apex has their own servers now, but Apex is a large company. They're the largest funded accounts company that I know of in America, maybe even the world. And with them being that big, they have their own servers, and I still think that they are probably too small for their or they're too big for their servers, I think. But they do have some issues. For the most part, Apex works pretty good. They do have some issues from time to time, and like today, they've already announced that they're going to roll back everybody's accounts that had trouble with them, and go from there. So you can't ask for much better than that. As far as the accounts, what I do is I have this workspace set up, so I'm always looking. But another thing I do, and I'm gonna bring this down, is let me make sure there's nothing on there. Yeah. So this is on a separate window that I have, a separate monitor that I have, and I have this open. I want to see all my balances. I want to see my working orders, and I want to see my field orders. This working order right here, if you see something in here, you may not see it over here. So if there's something here in a working order, it'll be right here. And you'll also see down, when you close them out, they'll come down here. So when you're trading, you will see a lot of stuff flash back and forth on this. But this is where you need to be. So if you're up on, if you're trading, you need to have a separate monitor open to have all of this information in there. So that's how I look at it. And also over here, you want to see what's going on. I did one trade. It was actually three trades, I guess. 100% win rate. I took the profit and I quit for the day. This is just made a day trade. That's all I was trying to do. That's all I was trying to do. As far as closing multiple orders, you'll have working orders here, and you'll have to click each X down through here. There's an X that will pop up down through here, and you'll have to go through there and click on each one. To my knowledge, you can't close all of them at one time. I have not tried. Another user had tried on micros just to see what would happen, and when you right click, there was no way to close all. So I don't know. Maybe there's a way, and I just don't know. But to my knowledge, there's a bunch of X's that will come up right beside the order. And if you just go through and click all those X's, you can get out of the trade. Another thing that you can do, and I'm not going to open it up because it has my accounts and stuff in there. But if you go to Apex, actually, let me do this. Let me check here. I don't know what it'll show. Right here. So yeah, I can show this. Okay, so if you go into your Apex login and go to flatten accounts, this only works on Rhythmic. It will not work on Tradeify. What you will do is just click right here to flatten accounts, and whatever is going on, this is supposed to close everything out. Right here it says all accounts under your Apex account will be flattened out, including current orders and open positions. This tool is to be used as a last resort, like when you lose internet connection or electricity and have no power. Please do not use this tool when you're already connected with charts open, as you might trigger multiple orders. So according to this, it says that you should go ahead and disconnect from your connections on NinjaTrader. You should disconnect and then flatten. Now what I do when I get done trading is I turn a video on, a recorder on, and I go ahead and show all of this information. So I show that I show my performance, I show my R trader, and I show all of this to prove that there are no working orders. And then after I do that, I go ahead and I open up on my control panel, which let me do this. I open up my control panel, and then I come up to my connections and I disconnect it and I show it being done on the recorder in case something ever happens, then I can prove that I did my due diligence and closed everything out. Once I do that, then I bring over this screen and I click flatten accounts. You can see yesterday I did it. I haven't done it today, but I did it yesterday. So you can see here I haven't traded Apex forever. I just started these accounts this week. So I did this yesterday, and I should do it today, but I didn't do it. I haven't. And I did record the other, but I didn't click flatten. But I think that the best thing to do is to go ahead and do it this way. That way you can prove that you did what you should have done. Once you do this, do not, under no circumstances, connect again. You want to leave it disconnected. If you turn it back on, then you would have to do another video, in my opinion, because they're going to know that you turned that back on. So what you want to do is disconnect, and I think, you don't have to according to this their site, but I think you should click flatten accounts. And after you click flatten accounts, I would be looking right here to make sure that there's no working orders that pop up. Because if you click flatten accounts and orders pop up, there shouldn't be, but if there is, you might even have this screen right here and then have this screen over here and then go ahead and click it. And when you click it, then that would show what's going on over here. And that's, in my opinion, that would be the safest way to do this. And you've got proof of what you've done, that you've shown due diligence, that everything that you have done is according to what they say, and I think it would be better. See here, JAH says Control All to select all accounts, right click and flatten on that account view works in RTrader. And so RTrader, there are several ways you can use the flatten all or close all button, close all positions. Launch RTrader. Let's see, that's actually. Then launch RTrader Pro and log into your trading account. Locate positions or open positions. So let's do this. So that would be here as far as the open positions. That your working orders is what that would be. Or open positions tab or window within the trading platform. I think they're actually talking about a NinjaTrader on that because that's the platform. Well, if you're watching this video, you can pause it and you can try that out. So that's what I would do. That's what I have been doing, and so far it's been fine. Some people say that you need to connect to your NinjaTrader CQG data, which would be go to Tools, Options, Market Data, and then right here is the way that you can do it. We've tried this using NinjaTrader Continuum. I've got it on both the historical and the real time. You click apply, and then what you want to do is go ahead and do the connection to your NinjaTrader first, your live NinjaTrader, and then connect to your Apex account or whatever other funded account you're using. But honestly, I have not found it to make any difference. I think that it still uses the Rhythmic. So I think the data on your chart is going to be NinjaTrader Continuum, but it's still going to trade back through the Rhythmic. So I don't think it's going to make any difference in doing that as far as the trading, because even like sometimes your flag over here will show that you're like $10 positive, but you'll be $20 negative over here. So it's still using the Rhythmic data. It's not using the CQG. I think that doing that will help you as far as your chart data, because I really think that the NinjaTrader Continuum CQG data is much more reliable than the Rhythmic. So as far as your strategy, your bot, and all that, it's going to enter based on this, but your rhythmic may be different. So that's up to you to what you do. I'm going to continue to use the CQG because it's, I think, a better data feed. There's some others out there. Kinetic is one, and there's ones like QO or something like that. That's a pretty good one. It's about $200 a month for it. And I think Kinetic is, I think it's something like $50 or $60 or something for that one. And you have to have that one if you're going to use the multi-broker going to TD Ameritrade, the Kinetic. So that's what I have found using the prop firms. And honestly, I think where Apex is so large, they get probably more talk than the others. But I have had trouble with all prop firms one way or another. I think I've probably had more trouble with Apex, and I think it's because of how many users are on it. I have tried the Tradeify ones, and I've got 5 that I passed in that will they'll be PA accounts next week. And I had 15, but there was some issues with hanging orders and so forth. And with Tradeify, you have to go in to tradeify.com and go to each separate account one at a time and close them out. Where with Rhythmic, you can close out quicker. So what I found that Tradeify has the same problems, but it's harder to get out of the trades. So I think Rhythmic is your better one, just because they're all going to be trouble. But I think Rhythmic has an easier way to get out of the trade. So that's my opinion on it. It may be different for you, but that's what I found. I would have had 15 passed, but the hanging orders just got me, and it took out 10 accounts by the time I got to them. I was able to save 5, and then from there it just kept on going, and I couldn't save them. So I'm not going to do the Tradeivate anymore just for that reason. I think the Tradeivate on the other prop firms is okay, because you're only going to have maybe up to 3 accounts. And if you're going to have 20 accounts with Apex, it's going to be harder to get out of them. So that's my feelings about the Apex and so forth. And I'm going to show this. I have my regular users in here, but I'm also going to show this real quick, that if you are interested in spy money and using the Ninja Suite, you can come right up here to Ninja Suite. And right here is where you lease it. There's some information down through here that you can find. If you need to talk to me, come up to the contact us, click on that, fill out your information, submit it, and that will come directly to me. We have other stuff up here. I'm not going to go through all this, but that's how you get involved with the Ninja Suite, and this is how you contact me in order to get involved with the Ninja Suite. One thing I don't ever mention is we also trade options in there. We have a handful of people that like to do the call outs and so forth, and they're doing pretty good on their options. It's real encouraging to see people in there doing something a little bit different and making money. They usually trade a lot Bitcoin. They love. They made a lot of money with it with the MSTR. So there's some things that are going on in there that are actually working out good. And matter of fact, I'll even show you if we come back into here and we go down to option profits. Here's some of the profits that are going. Some are small, some are large. Like this one here was what, 2,100, 1,400, 200, 546. This is the biggest one we've had, $33,000. Pretty wild. So there's some options that go in there. There's the different profits. Here's the manual profits of different ones that are coming through. And these are real people, real users. Posting profits. Mark, he kills it every day. I think he tries to hit about 10,000 a day. Sometimes he hits more. I think the most he put in there was 22,000 on the futures. So there's profits there. There's the spy bot profits. We have more people that do manual trading than the bots, but here are some profits from the bots and so forth. This guy, he lost money there, but he ended up doing a different way on the same bot and ended up bringing that out of the negative into the green. So there are other people in there that are making money. They're doing pretty good. We work as a team. It's not about me. So if you're interested in joining, just get in contact with me and we'll go from there.